जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपाकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. They didn't come? Couldn't come or didn't come?
Prabhuji's Mataji, she was not able to walk, so she came back, but nobody else.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, our Ashutosh Prabhu and so they'll make sure everybody is on time. Downstairs 10:30 we start. The idea is that every day we come here, we sit, we reflect, we go a bit deeper into our own Krishna consciousness and just be absolutely honest and do a good inner vision of where is our heart standing with Krishna, and then share some reflections, and 1 hour, 1.5 hours we go down there. That's what we do every Easter, every New Year. Of course, there is a mind which is always troubling and always doing things exactly like kids, but we need to be able to just take a moment out and then go deeper. So today's reflection topic will be our relationship with Krishna. So please close your eyes. And you can start reflecting upon how is your relationship with Krishna. Prahlad? So please think about it. Who is Krishna for you? What exactly Krishna is for you? Is it just an idea in your heart, or what is it? What's your connection with Krishna? Okay, you can open your eyes. Anybody want to share? What is Krishna for you?
No goal.
Your goal. Okay.
Can it be a relation like a brother or a friend?
It can be anything, whatever you contemplate.
For me, it is like a lover, protector,
Okay,
everything.
very good.
All in one. Friend.
For Kanaya Prabhu is a friend. Okay.
It's like all in one. He plays multiple roles based on the situations. So
Okay.
he's like Sakha, he's lover, he's like a father.
Yeah.
Multiple roles.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Pawana.
Krishna is a guide for me.
Krishna is guide for you. Mani Prabhu.
Yeah, I would say like a guide.
Okay. Suveda.
Like a friend.
Okay. Cynthia. Hey, Prahlad, no phone, ra. Give me the phone. Yeah, give me the phone. Give. No phone. No phone. Okay. Yes, Cynthia ma.
Like my son, Prabhu.
Krishna is your son. Okay. Yes, Vasu Prabhu. What is Krishna for you?
Enlightenment for guiding.
Okay. Who didn't speak? Huh? Srini, yeah. What is Krishna for you?
Based on the situation, Prabhu.
Okay. Good. So, when somebody said like a brother, somebody said like a friend, somebody said like a guide. Next question I want to ask is, how often do you seek this relationship? Please close your eyes again and then think about it, like how often do you actually seek this relationship? How often do you actually think of Krishna in whichever way? How often do you actually remember Krishna? In the other way around, the question is, how important is this relationship for you? That's the question, right? How important? This you can prioritize like all the relationships which you have in your life, and where exactly Krishna is falling in that priority list. And please don't answer theoretically. No questions which are, okay, I read here somewhere, I read that somewhere, I heard somewhere. It's about what you think in your life, okay? Based on whatever you have said before. How often do you actually engage in this relationship? Okay, hope you have some answers. Yes, who wants to go first? Everybody will be telling anyways, so up to you. Who wants to go first? Yes.
When the situations are really favorable, I think the frequency of me thinking about Krishna was really less. When situations were making me to think about that particular scenario, then I think the thinking of Krishna, me about thinking of Krishna is really more, the frequency is really more. I felt like these are the times I'm really thinking about him a lot, not just for like asking for help, but understanding that he's a maintainer and also the controller and of doing everything. He's approver also, sanctioning everything. So these all, the theory whatever I read is really getting into practicals when situations are not in favorable.
Yeah, good. Anyone else?
I would say like in both happiness or like sorrow, I mean like all the time, because what I have seen is like, yeah, people, relations, it comes and goes, but he's one constant who is there with us always, irrespective of whether who is there in the life or not. So yeah, I would say like even in happiness and sorrow, or like ups and downs, I remember him.
Okay. Yes.
So obviously I am very selfish, so my relationship with Krishna used to be more selfish in the past. Now I'm trying to reduce that selfishness. I know that it's not 100% possible, but I'm still trying, like through ways that you had discussed in the past. So I want to view this relationship with an analogy where I think like it is a pole, and there's a rope, and there's an elastic rope, and there's a ball attached to that rope. So when I have a free will, I'm rotating around with my own will.
Yeah.
But when I feel stretched, I feel like going back to the pole, and pole is Krishna here.
Yeah.
And the ball is me.
Okay. Good. Next. Yes, Kanai.
So nowadays, I say friendship with Krishna is almost every day.
Okay.
Earlier it was on a festival like a Janmashtami and all was there, but since I started doing chanting Hare Krishna mantra, so more frequently I am attached to Krishna.
Very good.
On a daily basis I can.
Okay. Yes, Ashutosh ji.
I remember at least once a day, whether the situation is favorable or unfavorable. I now trying to incorporate something like I remember more often. So like always in my thoughts.
Okay.
Something like I want to really going towards that way.
Okay. Good. Tavanana.
I think encounter Krishna multiple times in a day, be it let's say success or a challenge, I keep remembering
Okay.
to show the direction.
Okay. Yes, Manipur.
No, few times a day, but
few times it's for just remembering, and few times it's for day-to-day ask from Krishna. So
Okay. Good. Yes, Suveda.
I think I think I remember him more like a lord more than a friend, because
Yeah.
whenever I think of any situations, it's not like a friend.
Yeah.
So mostly in times of distress, it's always to him. In times of happiness, I'm just feeling grateful. Otherwise, it's just Lord. During any chanting services, it's just the Lord, and I'm serving the Lord.
Okay. Good. Vasu.
I start my day with remembering Lord
Yeah.
and also chanting, but sometimes it's like between my work and Lord, so I shift this priority
Okay.
inconsistently. Quite happen, but I usually try to make it to the mark to remember Krishna all the time.
Okay. Yes, Anshuji.
Always.
Always. Okay. Yes, Arun.
So Krishna is like part of our family now.
Yeah.
We wake up and we first worship him,
Yeah.
start our day. We always start with worshipping. Before having anything we offer, we think about Krishna all the time. Yeah. After joining this association, we are worshipping more, thinking more about Krishna. And yeah, the retreat like this will make us more, builds a more strong connection with Krishna.
Yeah. Okay. Sinyama.
Not always, Prabhu, but in few situations. Like for example, if I'm at office
Yeah.
and if I'm not able to solve something, I always think then. And after that, like mostly during like my food, or like if all of us are sitting in the meeting, so mostly then I'll be thinking like, oh, did I offer or not? And then like during mealtime, pakka I'll be thinking of Krishna, and in other situations mostly by office.
Okay. Good. So next exercise. Please close your eyes. I hope everybody spoke. Right? So please close your eyes. So now is a more interesting question. How often do you not think of Krishna? And compared to the time in which you do remember Krishna, or you are thinking of your relationship with Krishna, or doing something for Krishna, how does this proportion play out? Is it 50-50? Is it 90-10? Like 90% of my day I remember Krishna, 10 I don't remember Krishna, or 10-90 I remember Krishna 10%, don't remember 90%, or how exactly is your? And just take a cross section of your own life and then see how this is playing out. Hope that's good enough to think. Yeah, who wants to go first?
I will say, so whenever I am angry,
Yeah.
I
How often are you angry?
it depends upon situation. So it's not always. As I said earlier, I was a bit angry on each and everything, but now from past 2-3 years I controlled a lot on my anger, but still it is some part is still left over that needs to be get rid of slowly. But I can say once a day for any situation. If I got angry,
Okay.
I don't think about Krishna at that particular moment.
Okay.
Once a day it is happening.
Good. Thank you. Yes, who wants to go? I'll not call out because it's perhaps is a bit personal. You can Anybody wants to share? You can share.
I remember at least 1%.
1% you remember. 99% you don't remember.
10% would be like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours I don't remember.
Very good. Very honest. Very good. Thank you. Next.
I'll say, there are many doshas in the human body and
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
So whenever I'm a victim of those dosha, I don't remember Krishna those times. But there was and there are many events when I remember Krishna, but not in a loving way. I remember Krishna in a complaint way. For example, when I hear cows getting killed, when I hear devotees being harassed by non-believers of Krishna, then I remember Krishna more those times. But I call Krishna more to protect, or at least prepare me to have the power so that I can do something.
Yeah.
And the last thing is, when I'm when I'm sleeping, when I'm in work with colleagues, or going to a restaurant with an office party, then I don't remember.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Honest. Yes. Who else want to share?
When I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious.
Unconscious, not in the sense of unconscious, but when I'm not consciously thinking.
Yeah, but how often? That's the question.
Very less.
Very less. Okay. Good. Yes. Who else want to? Yes, Srini.
Especially when I'm personally getting entertained by myself.
Yeah.
Those are the moments I don't even think. Example, like eating food. Initially we pray. After that it is too tasty. I seriously don't remember at that time. I'm just relishing to myself that those are the moments. And also when there is a success, initially we thank Krishna that Krishna, it's happened just because of you.
Yeah.
But there is a subtle moment that it happens that my efforts are also there.
Yes.
But eventually those efforts are also by His blessings of what He has given us the ability. But there are the moments that always these things are happening. When I think especially when too happy or these moments, consciously forgetting to think about Him.
I think when Mataji was telling on the office, that's when I remembered. I don't remember Krishna at work.
Okay.
Which is to be honest, I didn't think of it till now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I don't remember at all at work.
Yeah.
So out of work, half the time it's more about I'm guilty of not chanting or not cooking that day, or it's more of could be better and why am I not doing it, and the other half goes in doing it. So it's it's a mix of it.
Okay. Some of our kids are also there. Most noisiest ones. Proud of that. Hare Krishna. Yes. Who else?
Maybe like 60-40%.
60% you remember or don't remember?
Remember. I mean,
60% you remember.
no, I mean, okay, 50 and
50.
Yeah.
You understand 50% is 12 hours, right?
No. Oh, I thought I did not think about that quantification.
Yeah.
No, I think in that sense.
So 8 hours you sleep.
Good content. Yes.
Of course, in sleep I don't remember. Maybe.
So that's gone then. Yeah? So
now
remaining is
hours.
remaining is how much?
You remember like
Yeah, like
So
I was
16 hours is
thinking.
remembering.
I was thinking no, maybe when I'm lazy or I'm a bit of neglectful. Okay, yeah, I'll do chanting later, or I'll do prayer later.
Yeah.
So when we postpone the things, or I'm a bit neglectful or lazy, so that's when I tend to forget.
So the rest of the time again percent. Quantified.
20%.
20% you remember. 4 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
5 hours you remember Krishna every day.
No, I mean remember means as in not keep on.
Oh,
thinking
that's what we are thinking about. Okay. Constantly. So 5 hours.
No.
So we reached 20% now.
It was at 60. We can calibrating now.
This is getting now.
What do you think now?
But practical.
It will be like 0.05%.
But ideally, I feel practical. If you think that 0.05% also, if you
Yeah.
really think from heart, it's best. which we don't do.
Yes. Let's get Suhas as our experiment piece now. Let's make sure what's the number. Yes, we'll see what's the number will arrive. Yes.
I don't know,
I give up.
no, not
I give up now.
1%.
1%.
1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour, of course. I
1 hour you remember?
Yeah, I will.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I can vouch for it.
Okay, 2%.
Okay. Good. Okay. Now, even further interesting question. So when you do think of Krishna, who is the center of this thought? Like, is Krishna the center of this thought, of this relationship, or you yourself are the center of the relationship?
Mostly myself. I would say.
Okay. Yes. This everybody can answer perhaps.
One more time question.
When you do think of Krishna, who is the center of the relationship? So there is some relationship everybody's had. Right? So, who is the center of the relationship? Are you the center of the relationship, or Krishna the center of the relationship?
Krishna.
Think first. Think first. Yeah? Like if you are like just to. If, for example, you are thinking, I'm sorry for taking the.
Manik.
You said you'll think of Krishna when you are having difficulty solve a problem. So Krishna is not the center then. You are the center because it's your problem. It's not Krishna's problem, right? Yeah. The center of the thought is myself then. It's not Krishna. I have something going on. I want someone to come and then it's Krishna.
But he is the solver.
Yeah, he's a solver. I need to throw only. Yeah, but that's the question. Who is the center? In all your remembrance of Krishna, are you the center of relationship, or is Krishna the center of relationship? Okay. Hare Krishna. Sit here.
Most of the time it's us, but sometimes I think God cannot help. Let's say sometimes God cannot help other people, so they send somebody else to send that to help that person. So in that context, Krishna is also the center of in the center of the relationship.
I didn't understand.
So sometimes devotees also help God.
How?
Like there is a one rishi who gave away his body just to so that the gods can make this vraj out of his body.
Yeah, Dadichi gave his
yes.
backbone to Devatas to make Vajrayut. You are not helping Krishna with that. You are helping Devatas with that. But you can say that, yes, Yashoda Mata, for example, feeds Krishna, part of the relationship.
Gauri, come.
So like in order to
This come Gauri. Gauri, come.
Yeah, go ahead.
so in order to like if God wants to come to earth, or if Krishna wants to come to earth, he needs a mother.
Yes.
So he also needs help of a devotee to come into this world.
Yeah.
Without mother, he cannot come into this world.
He can. Sometimes he chooses
Like
to come.
Narsingh Avatar or the other avatars, but like Buddha Avatar,
Yes.
Krishna Avatar, Ram Avatar,
Yeah.
Vaman,
Yeah.
Parshuram, they are like like he needs
A
mother.
parent.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. But what are you trying to say?
That sometimes he needs also devotees help to
Yeah, but how does it matter for you?
Suhas.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. But
What was the question we are talking about?
that who is
Center
the
of-
center of in the
The relationship?
whether it's Krishna or
Yourself.
of yourself.
Yes.
So mainly it's me.
Yes. Good. Next.
when I'm definitely unconscious about something, my behavior is unconscious, then I am the center.
తీసుకోండి.
चलो घूमे चलो
Hare Krishna. Bye bye. Yes, Pavanana, who is center?
During regular days, I am the center. For during festivals, Krishna is center.
Festivals, Krishna. Okay. Good, honest. Yes, Arun?
Most of the time we are at the center, but only maybe when we do seva, maybe cooking or doing some arrangement for the festivals, that's when this Krishna.
Okay. Good.
I
So,
think the same problem. Like when services, I don't get anything from it, so I'm not also asking anything from him. So I think during services, Krishna is more the center. But during chanting, I don't pray during chanting asking something. It's only when something's troubling me, I ask him.
Yeah.
Even during chanting, I feel like it's not me. I don't know if Krishna is center again, but I know it's not me because I'm not asking him
Yeah.
something constantly throughout my rounds.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just
Okay. Yes.
Me, I am the center most of the time, but I feel when I am doing the chanting, Krishna is the center because I'm playing him at that particular time and remembering him at that particular time for my chanting
Yeah.
duration.
Okay. So, one thing which came out very strongly from this discussion is that if when you are serving, at least you are attempting not to keep yourself in the center, right? Festivals or other places, cooking, whatever. Why do you think it's like that?
Prabhuji, could you reframe your question?
The question is, many people said that during service I think of Krishna as center. Why?
Because during those days we switch off from our regular life
Yeah.
and we have only consciousness on one thing. That's
Okay.
Krishna.
So regular life is switched off. Good. What else?
There is one more reason. So, like it's human nature also, the way we are, Maya is surrounding us. So for a limited time, we are okay to have Krishna as, the center. But for most of the time, we want us as center. The reason being, for most of, because we are selfish, that's one of the main reasons. And we're also surrounded by Maya. So that's why that limited time is easier. It could be 1 second or 1 minute or 1 hour for somebody. But if that could be unlimited time, then even I believe that even ones who are trying to serve Krishna as the center might, shake. Their confidence might shake, because when it comes to unlimited time, then the stake is huge. So for limited time, I think it's easy to have Krishna center.
Okay. Good. Who didn't speak? What is the question? Can somebody say? What is the question?
Why do we think that Krishna is in the center? Like at least when you do services, we keep Krishna as in the center. So why do you think so that?
It is like we don't expect anything out of it. It is to please Krishna. That's all. It's like then say Krishna is in the center. It is not to please ourselves, or we don't seek any benefit. Like it is selfless love, what we can say. Selfless service, selfless love. So that's why then Krishna is in the center. It is just to please Krishna. Whether he is pleased or not, it is up to him. But from our will or from our free will, we do it as to please Krishna. That's all.
Yeah.
What I just add to that, Prabhu, same feeling, but I'm not to that part to also see that like Krishna is, I'm really doing things to please Krishna, because I'm not at all that far. What I see is that like at least I'm grateful to the things what I've got, and whatever I've reached till today is just because of one person. So just to be grateful, to show that gratitude, I'm always like in the services. Like what I'm doing is nothing in front of what I've got with the nature or everything. in the families, with the association all. So just to have that gratitude also, like always doing services selflessly. And eventually through scriptures also Krishna revealed that like he is satisfied when devotees are satisfied. Yeah, but not directly that now I want to please immediately Krishna and then serve, but that's one of the steps.
Okay. So Krishna says in Gita 10th chapter, there are 4 shlokas of 10th chapter which are called as Chatushloki. These describe the most essential knowledge of the entire Vedic literatures, and if someone can understand these 4 shlokas, then it's almost as if they know everything. This is 10th chapter, verse 8, 9, 10, 11. Vicky, sit quiet, okay? If you want almonds? You want almonds? No, then sit quiet, okay? But thank you. Prahlad, no noise, okay? Sit down.
Kucha Prahlad, kucha. Kucha, 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 kucha.
So 10th chapter 8th verse. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. So before you come tomorrow, I want you to learn this. Who already knows this? Lakshini knows this. Suveda knows this. You know this verse? 10th chapter 8th verse. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. You know this? Next one also you know?
No.
Okay, good. So 10th chapter 8th verse. Learn it and then come tomorrow. Yeah. So Krishna is saying he is the Prabhu Sarvasya. Every single living entity. In the entirety of creation. Everywhere. Krishna is the Prabhu. He is the master. So even when you may think that Krishna is playing with some cowherd boys in the forest, and they are throwing ball, for example, and they are playing with this. It's not like for example, now our kids went, right? I can tell almost 100% certainty that nobody is thinking that I want to give pleasure to other people with my presence, right? We also don't think like that. We're all grown-up kids also. We don't think that my presence is for the pleasure of Krishna. We don't think like this. But when these boys, when they're playing ball with Krishna, flower balls, they play with Krishna, the only thought in their mind is, I want to make Krishna happy. None of them are thinking that I want to be happy with this ball play. You see the difference, how it works in this manifested universe versus how Krishna consciousness really is. Because even in seemingly playing with Krishna or doing whatever, center is still Krishna. It's only done for the pleasure of Krishna. Whether it is hiking in the forest or whatever, doesn't matter what they are doing with Krishna. They're always thinking, I want to make Krishna happy. My goal of life is to make Krishna happy. Nothing else. I just want to make Krishna happy. So you may think that, oh yeah, these people are nicely playing and it's an amazing experience. But in their consciousness, they are not even 1% they are thinking that, oh, I want to be happy with this. So that's the stark difference between our consciousness, our way of thinking, feeling, willing, living, versus how real Krishna consciousness is. And real Krishna consciousness is about always pleasing Krishna. It's about, because he is ultimately the master. So irrespective of whichever scenario is going on, doesn't matter what sort of equation is being set up, which sort of what is the exact role a devotee is playing, whether it's a parent, whether it's the friend or the girlfriend or the sevaka, doesn't matter, whatever. The reality is still existing that everybody is a servant of Krishna and Krishna is the master. and everybody just wants to please Krishna. It becomes an ever enchanting experience because Krishna in his heart is also not thinking that I want to enjoy. Krishna in his heart is thinking, I just want to make everybody happy. Yeah? He is not like, oh yeah, everybody is just coming to me, everybody is wanting to please me, and I'll just exploit everyone. That's not what Krishna is thinking. Krishna is thinking, I also want to make everybody happy. See, that's the mutual what is the word? Symphony. Right? There is a nice it's like a song. Everything is coming an amazing way together. The devotee in their heart, they are thinking, I want to serve Krishna, I want to make Krishna happy. And Krishna in his heart is thinking, oh, these are all, they do so much for me. I want to make them happy. Yeah. And then in the process, everybody is happy. That's the beauty of it. It's not that everybody is just frustrated. In our common day-to-day experiences, we might try to make someone happy. Yeah. Let's say I just want to make always Ashutosh happy. I want to make sure that if Ashutosh is well taken care of, I always make things which Ashutosh likes. But then, I'm just taking an example. Ashutosh is a really good person, but still, is an example. Yeah. There could be always situations wherein I'm putting my best, but then still Ashutosh is not really pleased. Right? Because Ashutosh is not designed to function in a way that, let's say I cook for him, somehow I put that salt twice. Ashutosh is not designed in a way that he can still enjoy that. What do you like the most, sabzi? Shahi paneer. Let's say I made shahi paneer and Ashutosh really likes it. I just put twice salt. Ashutosh is just not designed to enjoy this. He might tell, no, you have put so much effort, I'll eat. But then you just eat for formality. Yes?
Yes.
Everybody agrees? Or no, I only reciprocate with relationship. It doesn't matter how the outcome is, I'll just relish it anyways. Do you do like this in Yama?
You still eat, but
You still may, yeah, a little bit, you may still eat a little bit, but compared to how much you would eat, otherwise, if it is really tasty and really 3 times salt. If you tell that, no, you enjoy, I'll keep increasing the salt quantity now, yeah? So, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, until you tell, no, I give up now. Can't do it anymore. Yeah? So, this is, that's the difference. Krishna can still reciprocate. It doesn't matter. Krishna, when he went to Vidura's wife, Vidura was not there. You know this story, right? Vidura was not there, and Vidurani, wife of Vidura, she brought bananas to give to Krishna. She was so excited to see Krishna, and she was peeling the banana cover. And then in the excitement, she just threw banana and then gave the cover. And then Krishna ate it. Right? Krishna ate. Would you eat, Vasu? So excited, Vasu is here, I'll bring bananas and then I'll throw. Then I'll give you I'll throw bananas and I'll give you the banana cover. Could you eat it? No? How many would like to eat banana? If you tell you will, I'll start going for pomegranate. Watermelon, yeah. Coconut, yes. That's very good. Coconut cover, yeah. I'll throw all the coconut out and I'll give you coconut. Here, the shell of it. So,
No, Prabhuji, honestly, I can eat banana skin, but after making vegetable of it.
yeah, but no further processing, right? It's just Krishna just ate it just like that. Yeah, sure. So, you see, that's the difference between Krishna and us. Krishna is different. The way he deals with his devotee is also different. He is not really looking at the object. And he is really not looking at the object, what is being offered, how is it being offered, is more important for him than what is being offered. If there is love inside, he accepts the love. The object is the medium through which love is exchanged, but he is not looking for the object. you may be able to give Krishna something exotic. Somebody may not be able to give Krishna exotic things. Some simple things. Like Shabari gave Krishna berries. Forest, go out, find some berries, and Ram ate it. As much affection as he can give. So it's really not about what you give Krishna, it's about how you give Krishna. Doesn't matter, actually doesn't mean that if you have a lot, then you still give little bit. Krishna will see that also. Oh, this guy has everything but then is not giving. So, any thoughts now?
I have two questions that I'll ask you. Should I ask them?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so all of this, that you are explaining, came from the point that Krishna is the center.
Yes.
But when I try to imagine the relationship of Krishna is center, so I'm okay to observe this, for the rest of my life, for example. But couple of things I keep wondering is that, the two examples that I gave.
Prahlad? Yes.
The two examples that I gave, disturbs my mind very much. Which is, I know every animal is important, but especially cows. And the second is, harm to devotees. I know non-devotees, might be suffering their karma that I can explain to my mind. But sometimes when devotees get in trouble with non-devotees, I know some incidents also in the 70s and 80s. I know Krishna killed his own dynasty of Yadavas.
Yeah.
Because they had followed corrupt practices, but there are still some devotees who are very good. Like one guy is shot. One of the Maharaj. He was shot in the back.
Yeah.
That's one example, but many examples are there where devotees are harassed till death. Those things, I am unable to understand because Lord Narasimha protected Prahlad, even with some trouble. And he killed in a way which was most terrible of all times. Why? Because he was not harassing Lord Narasimha, he was harassing the devotee of Lord Narasimha. That's why I keep focusing on devotees mainly. And cows are natural devotees of Krishna because of their qualities. So these two things, disturbs my mind very much. The rest of things I'm, happy to accept Krishna as center of all my life. But these two.
The question is why Krishna is not doing anything about it?
To devotees, I guess.
Yeah, to devotees mainly and for the cows. And especially the cows in India. I know here also cows are there, but the cows in India are more elevated in terms of their origin and everything.
Yeah. So, usually in general terms, Krishna doesn't intervene with how life is going in general. Is not that he comes and just fixes every single problem, every corner of the world, because as such this place is the place where material exhibition is going on, and time to time Krishna does come and Krishna does try to help establish dharma. That's what he wants. He wants everybody to practice dharma, everybody to be Krishna conscious, everybody to, but then not everybody is going to do that. So, and that is the reason material manifestation exists, to facilitate the desire of people who don't want to be Krishna conscious. We were also like that. And somehow we have been now training ourselves to be Krishna conscious, but we were not like this, let's say in the beginning of this life or in the past life or the life before. Somehow we have now we have at least put some efforts in turning our face to Krishna, but we are still not fully Krishna conscious. That's first thing. This manifestation is for people who are wanting to challenge Krishna's presence and be Krishna themselves. Whether it's an ant or a monkey somewhere or a horse somewhere or elephant, all of it, these are living entities who don't want to be Krishna conscious. So now, but having said that, there is also something which I can do about it. So I always think what I can do about it. Can I do something about it? Because it is not that okay, Krishna has to come as Narsimha to fix every problem in the world. With Prahlad, it was just too severe. Hiranyakashipu had kept the entire world as a hostage. And the three worlds, upper planetary system, middle and lower, Hiranyakashipu was the boss. Even the Devatas were functioning under his rule. And so that he had to be taken care anyways. Now, if that kind of situation arises, Krishna will come again. So, but then it is perhaps not that difficult now. And maybe I can also do something about it, which I always think, what can I do about it? Rather than asking Krishna, why don't you come and fix everything here? So he has tried. He has put his efforts. He came as Krishna just 5,000 years ago. He had come. He has tried to establish dharma by annihilating all people who are not practicing dharma. Majority of them, he has just killed them. But then things again picked up. But then, as devotees, we need to be also thinking, how can I serve Krishna in a way that I connect people? Right? If you can make one person vegetarian, somebody who is eating beef, you will save like I don't know how many cows in the lifetime.
I actually tried that if you are allowing me, I can tell 1 minute incidents. I attempted it and it went successful. So I was working near Leeds in the UK, and just out of curiosity, there was one woman who was selling meat. She was an Indian woman working in GCS, and I was very deep into this because I used to visit London Soho Temple that time. So I just told her, why don't you go only with vegetarian? You will lose some money, but at least in the long run you will be happy. I told, I sent her message around 8 p.m. in the night, and next morning her message comes in the group chat. It is all her customers of tiffin. From today we are going full vegetarian. And she also told my story to her husband and colleagues also that I think I should go with full vegetarian. She was not selling beef, but the meat. And beef, I tried to convince a few like Dutch people.
Yeah.
They did not agree with me. I attempted a couple of times. Yeah, you're right. What we can do. So one of the things I also try to help some cows in India. There is a village in state of Orissa, and also sometimes in Ganda, Bhakti Village, cow shelter there. And last one from my side on the same question is, or actually on your same point, what can we do about it, or what can we do about it? So in the chapter 2 of Gita, after sloka I think 17th or 18th, Krishna tells us that this is an opportunity for you. So if you think it's good to those people who are doing great for themselves, this is the line of go for it. There's no control from that chapter. As long as you keep acting on the principle of righteousness. So that one answers my question. But the thing is, suppose if I go there, then I worry about my family. Am I doing dharma or can I go for that?
Nobody is asking us to go and kill. We should not be doing that. Because Krishna has not told us. He told Arjuna to go and kill. He has not told us to go and kill all the people who are eating meat.
No. Actually, like the people who are harassing the devotees.
Yeah, but again, we can't take law in our hands. It's something which is existing, we need to go with it. We should always be aware of time, place, circumstances. What is going on? What is my role? Who am I? How much am I capable? And my own position and my rights, my responsibilities, and one should be aware of those things and then work under the purview of a general rule of what's the existing law. Right? Just because I'm a devotee doesn't mean that I get freedom to go and do whatever I want. So Krishna also doesn't do like that. So in some extreme situations he does take extreme steps, but in general we should try to be a positive example. It's better always. Works better. making a positive example. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Any other thoughts?
Like we can, I got to know from last year in December from Prabhuji that Prabhuji we can save cows. Like he sponsors one cow, and that cow will not go to slaughterhouse even after
Yes.
that cow stop giving milk. So that's how we can stop.
Ashutosh got 2 now. So I have 1, Ashutosh has 2.
One for my parents, one for me.
Very good.
Nice.
Nice. Good. Coming back. What do you think about the topic which we were discussing?
Prabhuji, one question I have is that Krishna's friends who you told, right, like they're always 100% like in the mood of like pleasing Krishna, right? What made them to get that thought of always, like let's say we like somebody because some interactions would have happened already, the favorable interactions.
Yes.
But for those jivas, like how that like by anyways natural tendency is towards Krishna always, but how those things happen to them, like by nature, like always 100% to please Krishna.
So, when we understand eternity of time, then we need to first give up this thought of past, present, future. In a relative term, it has significance. Past, present, future. In an absolute term, when you talk of infinite time, eternal time, there is no meaning to this. Right? So, technically speaking, we can tell that these people are Nitya Siddha, they're always, but then you can also become Nitya Siddha eventually. Right? So, if you become perfect in your existence, then eternally you are perfect then. So this relative experiences just evaporates. It doesn't have any significance anymore, because eternally you are servant of Krishna. Eternally you are serving Krishna. You are pleasing Krishna. So it is not that every single person is there in this sort of material exhibition and they all improve from here to go to Krishna. And this is one portion of it. There is also a portion of wherein people are just Krishna conscious. Eternally. Now, whether they are improving from here or always there with Krishna doesn't matter. However it is, but the moment someone becomes, you need to understand the foundational relationship first. The foundational relationship is that Krishna is the master. Everybody else is servant of Krishna. That's foundation. Now, amongst the rasas, then there is variation in experiencing what exactly the bhava people are trying to
Interact with Krishna. Yeah.
But then that is still based on the foundational relationship, which is Krishna is the master. But he's such a master that he's not wanting to be a master, but eternally is taken as a master. Prahlad. What's the time?
12:15.
Okay, good. So we still have some time there. So that's there always, Krishna, with Krishna, with these people, and that's how they live their existence beyond time. And that's a bit difficult for us to understand, because we always think of relative time.
Yeah.
We need to understand when time is absolute, there is no question of relativity there. They are eternally like that. These boys are eternally like that. Right? Krishna is eternally like that. So change, the seasons change. Sun comes up, sun goes down, winter comes, summer comes. With Krishna, these things happen. They happen, but they don't bring change in terms of destruction. Right? They're always like that. Eternally like that. Every day morning they go out. There is a new thing which they do. Right? And this morning, evening, sun setting, sun rising, this is not creating age. They're eternally the same age.
Yeah.
Exactly the same age.
So if I understand, like let's say we being now in this, because now we are in relative state, right?
Yes.
So now if we are perfect and like really Krishna conscious, then we become the part of that absolute.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you are also perfect.
Okay, so that's a goal that we should also
No, the goal is to please Krishna.
please Krishna.
No other thing. That's the only goal.
Please Krishna is again Krishna conscious, right?
Yes. If I want to please Krishna, then we have to be Krishna conscious. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. If I want to please myself, so when we look at all these Vrindavan here, stories and all these things, we think, oh, this is so beautiful. I also want to be there. Why? I want to play. So, right? That's how we think. I want to be there. Why? But because I want to play.
Yeah.
Why? I want to become happy. That's how our mind works. Right? It's always about me becoming happy. Maharaj yesterday again, amazing class. It was one of the best sessions of my whole life actually. But see that, so that's also there. Krishna can just leave, right? And they are not they are feeling totally distraught and absolutely depressed, but still Krishna conscious. So that's one rasa which is okay. Separation is there, but then still Krishna conscious. So for us, it's a foreign concept. This is not a natural concept for us. This is foreign. Foreign is like, oh, I don't know about it. Right? Our brain cannot really sync with this kind of ideas that I want to please Krishna. That's the goal of my life. Because we just don't live like that. We live, I want to become happy myself. It's the center of my identity.
Yeah.
Center of my reflection is I want to become happy. It has to change from that. No, I want to be Krishna happy. It takes lifetimes sometimes to come to this simple thing. So we keep putting efforts, we keep making mistakes, we keep eventually we understand there is just no meaning in me trying to become happy. It's just so I will never become happy by trying to exercise happiness. I'll become happy when I make Krishna happy. As a byproduct, I become happy myself. Good. Any other thoughts?
True, I want to know why when we do service, Krishna is the center and not ourselves.
Yeah, because you are trying to do service under someone usually, right?
Okay.
Many times we also do service also being self-conscious. But in general, service is done under someone. So you don't have, to begin with, you don't have that kind of leverage where your mind can just come to conclusion that no, you are the enjoyer. The service is done usually under somebody, and then if this person tells you that, oh, this is how I want it to be, you can always have your own ideas also, discussed, and you want to become happy, or you want to make this service in a specific way so that it's better for everyone. But in general, service means you are a servant, right? So you are serving. Say next week there is King's Day. I tell you that okay, so whether you do this, and things that is your responsibility. To begin with, this thought is there in your mind that yeah, Nilambara has to hold this and I'm doing it. Right? So, see, mind is an interesting object. If it gets onto a flow, it can actually go like that. It's fine. It doesn't really have too much problem if there is a nice opportunity, and then being Krishna conscious as such is not a problem for mind. It's just that when there is no proper guidance from the top, and then it takes shelter of senses then. Remember this chariot example. Right? Mind as such is not free. It can either follow senses or follow buddhi. Right? It can't just flow by itself. So when there is nothing from buddhi's side, it just follows senses. So if there is buddhi, and buddhi basically means in our context, yeah, there is someone on top basically. So and then it's fine for the mind as such. Prahlad? that okay? But unfortunate situation is that even when doing service, we are also thinking, how will I do it in a way that I get name, fame, people come and glorify, and unfortunate situation because we have trained ourselves to be the center. So even when do service, we still think of ourselves only most of the times. Only sometimes, okay, this service. But then it's okay. We need to continue to serve. It's not that we give up service. We continue to serve. Eventually, we come to a situation wherein, Prabhupada mentions in, I'm not sure, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, one of the books. And this process is so strong. Once started, it will drag you to perfection. So if someone is, let's say, like Maharaj was telling yesterday, one has to be eager for service. One should be really eager, looking forward for service. One has to have this desire. I want to serve Krishna. Let's say someone is there in the association, but is really not getting this kind of, I'm having eagerness to serve Krishna. And eventually situations will be created in their lives in which you will understand that it's better to serve Krishna. I was like that. Shall I tell a personal story?
Yes.
I was like this person who is just like the ant who is just circling around the honey jar all the time, thinking that there is honey, but the ant never gets honey. It just only keeps rotating around the jar, thinking I have honey. It's never going to get honey. I was like that, hanging out with devotees, but consciously I knew my consciousness is not there. I am not eager for service, not looking forward for service. If there is something, I'll do it. If someone tells me something, I'll do it. But from myself, not eager for service. So it happened so that after my bachelor's degree, I started living with a couple of devotees and my brother. So we rented a house, and then we were living there in Bangalore. Yeah. And then that was the defining period of my life, because what was happening is all three of these people were specimens, like laboratory pieces. They would make the entire house in such a mess. So, and my job was a bit difficult. I come back like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, sometimes night. And I see that the milk is boiled, overflown, entire gas is with milk. Someone has made dosa, and dosa batter is all over kitchen. And nobody has broomed also, nobody has cleaned toilet also, nobody has done anything. So I would come back from office 11 o'clock. I would be like so frustrated. So these are like two of my good friends and my brother, right? So none of them are doing anything because they think the other person should do it. And I come back and I had to set the whole thing in order before I go to sleep. It was such a mess for me. Like, it was an absolute disaster for me, because like every day you come back from office and this is what you see. Every day cleaning the gas stove, and every day brooming at 11:30, 12 o'clock in the night, and then house in absolute mess. And I had a picture of Radharani's lotus feet in the kitchen. And first time in my life I started thinking that, Krishna, I can't really do this. I am also not doing other services as such. I'm not going anywhere to do service as such, but I'll do this as service. Please take this as service. So it went for some time like this. For a couple of months I was doing that. At some point of time it became so difficult for me to be there that without telling anyone, I left the house. Like, I moved out. I didn't inform anybody, not even my brother. I just moved out. And they just came back and they were like, okay, he's not there anymore. So, and I went and stayed with devotees afterwards. I went back. I was with devotees before. It was too much for me, so I had come out. So, living with these people. And then I went back. And I still remember I was so frustrated in my life. So there was one a devotee was a senior of mine, and then asked him, Prabhu, I'm like so frustrated. I don't know what should I do. And then he was like, just make service as your life, and do service. You have so much of energy. Why don't you just involve in service and keep doing service?
So
That-
this house where you were staying, that had mess. Were also devotees staying there, or they were not devotees?
They were no. I mean, they were devotees. Two devotees, friends, devotee friends. My brother.
Still, they were doing
That's how they were. Yes. And then there was another bigger setup of devotees where I was also there before, but then I had moved out because like every day morning you have to get up at 4 o'clock, 3:30 actually. If you don't come for Mangal Arati 4 o'clock, by third conchal you have to write 108 times Hare Krishna mantra. That takes 2 hours, and it was too much for me. I lived like that for some time, but then for a few years, but then it was too much, so I went out. That was much more difficult, so I came back. So I was like, okay, this is better. And then for the first time in my life, I actually started doing service without much consideration of what am I getting or not getting. That was in 2010. And eventually in 2009. And then 2011, I went for my PhD. And I think this I had told to a few people. And when I was in US, that's when I decided that enough of running behind things. And, I went to bachelor's because I wanted to get a great job. So I got the best college in Karnataka, and I got like 5 jobs after my bachelor's. Chose the best one of it, and then no, I want more, and I went for my PhD, and then I wanted to become a professor. But then I saw tenure track professors how they live, assistant professors. Their life is hell. And PhD is a struggle, but then being a professor, tenure track professor is next level hell. When I saw them, I was like, what am I trying to run behind? There's so much. So I decided for the first time in my life that no, I'll just better service. I take that as the principal driver of my life, and the rest of the things can follow. And so that was 2014. 2013-14 time period. So here I am, 10 years, and see, it's not that in my life there is no problem. There's enough problem. There's enough problem in everyone's life. And also not that I'm doing already enough. No, I can do more. You should be always eager for service. You should keep thinking, and then sometimes you feel like, oh wow, how does that happen? How is that manifesting? Because if you are eager for Krishna's service, inspiration comes from Radharani. It's not from you. You are not the cause of your inspiration for service. If you want to serve, the inspiration for it will come from Radharani. But you need to have this heart. No, I want to serve. We started so many programs now. So many things are going on in Netherlands. How? It's not because of me. Okay, some Nilambara is going around and doing. No. Ultimately, it's all manifesting because it's Krishna's wish also. I have told this before. If you want to have a desire, if you really, really want to get it fulfilled, desire that which Krishna is desiring. So if you are desiring, I want to become Krishna conscious, I want to make others Krishna conscious, I want to have service, I want to create facilities for others' service, it will manifest for sure. Srila Prabhupada tells that one person is enough to make the entire city Krishna conscious. Enough. You just need to feel this. I want to do this. I want to serve. That is the core of my identity. My it's called as the core matter of your existence. What is it? It's Krishna service. Because as such we don't know Krishna now, right? We just don't know who is Krishna, what is Krishna. We have no idea. But we can do service. We can have this desire that I want to serve Krishna, and as such Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told already which service we can do. He has told, just go and tell about Krishna to everyone. That service is there for everybody. So under the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, under the guidance of Prabhupada, we just go out and we do this. Who is stopping? No one is stopping. You can do it. It doesn't really, nobody can stop. Now, Prabhupada has also told this movement is going to be a success. Whether you want to be a part of it or not is up to you. You can decide. You can choose whether you want to be the part of success or you don't want to be the part of success. Because as such, Krishna consciousness is going to spread like anything. It will. So that desire we need to cultivate. I want to serve Krishna. Why? Because I'm servant. That's my position. I am servant of Krishna.
How to avoid that rat race in services?
I was thinking that I'm going to speak that today afternoon, but I thought of different topic for today afternoon, so we can talk about it. Say this competitive mentality of getting things done and then getting name, fame, glory for it is the constitutional position of a conditioned soul. That's what it is. Because ultimately we want to become Lord Krishna. All of us. So many times we also use then Krishna consciousness and bhakti and the seva and everything also to facilitate that idea that I'm the center. I was trying to be center there, didn't work out much. I'll come here now, devotee association, I'm the center here. So that's a default configuration. The operating system is working like this. Right? This is the default operating system we run with. I'm the center. I want to become Krishna. One can continue having this, but as I said, eventually it will be bombarded enough. You will be questioned. You will be asked enough questions in your own lives, because the entirety of universe, Anshuji, is not a dead matter around. It's a conscious entity here. And then if someone is wanting to become Krishna conscious, the universe takes a note of it. And yeah, okay, this person is here. The universe is like, okay, we need to make sure Ashutosh becomes Krishna conscious now. Yeah. So all the grahas and everything, everybody will arrange situations now so that Ashutosh can become the devotee. And some of the things which happen in the track are perhaps really tormenting Ashutosh's heart. But then it's okay. We need to have few things. One, always take shelter of Krishna. Second, have a personal guidance from someone. Things are going around, you're not able to handle it really yourself. Make sure there is someone with whom you can talk and get some guidance, otherwise you'll get lost. So if you can keep a few things like this in check, then all this mentality will eventually go away. Wanting to become the boss and wanting to become the center of attraction. And
Prabhuji, what is the third thing? Always take shelter, have somebody to talk to. Third one?
only two I said.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course we can add other things like studying shastras, chanting nicely and all these things, but the principle remains the same. Is that okay?
And the same thing morning Maharaj also discussed. The same point, 3 points he said.
Okay.
One is association and take guidance from Guru or whatever. And then referring to shastras, scriptures, while living, also following them. Yeah.
I've heard some storytelling, like spiritual storytelling in India, that if we are chanting alone, and you know that, for example, somebody is able to do 16 times, then that is 16 times. But suppose if he is chanting 16 people or 100 people, then that is multiplied with the people who are chanting in that congregation. Is that true?
We are not behind numbers as such, connection.
Yeah, but you know, that energy also.
The effect is of course always better with people who are in like-minded. You know, for example, when Maharaj leads Kirtan, the same tune other skulls can also lead, right? But then the effect is different. Why? Because he has himself practiced. He is a sadhaka himself. So he has realized the holy names much beyond than somebody who is just perhaps singing the same tune but is not there. The count balance is not there. So now imagine if everybody is advanced and everybody is is releasing Krishna consciousness like that, and then you are sitting in that association and singing, having much better experience then. As such, just association people gather in football match, 100,000 people are there in one stadium. Yeah? They are like shouting, ah! But what is the positive energy is it building? Nothing. But if 100 people are sitting and singing Hare Krishna mantra, there is a better energy which is built, which is soothing and making you ask questions, making you realize a few things. Maybe you'll cry also, get some experience which are beyond what is possible.
Yeah, so I asked this question because I felt, my personal experience, try to either chant or focus on Krishna, and it is very difficult. But when I started coming to association like this,
Yeah.
then it's getting easier comparatively.
Very good. That's the meaning of association. It helps with. Good. Anything else? Anyone? Kanayaji, Suhas bro.
I had a question, but partly like I got the answer. It's something related to like you told Prabhu. It is like in the mindset of pleasing Krishna, we should like do service. So of course, like keeping that in mind, if we start doing the service, at some point, like we also might think, oh yeah, like whether like yeah, I mean like it may be like myself also. Yeah, whether it is reaching Krishna or like whether Krishna is getting pleased. So, but the doubt kind of thing will maybe people will get eventually. So how to like reassure ourselves that no, that like Krishna is pleased, or like how the science will work, and also to add to that, Prabhu. Of course, like it's not like Krishna will answer us through material benefits or material. He will provide some material opulences, and we yeah. But that's not the whole point. So there I got a bit of doubt or distraction.
So, what's the sign of someone is advancing? Srimad Bhagavatam tells divine qualities will start appearing in the heart. What are these qualities? Krishna has described in 12th chapter. What is that which he likes in his most dear devotees? There's a whole series of verses. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitraha karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami santushto satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nischayah mayarpita manobuddhiyo madbhakta samay priyah yasmano dujate loko lokano dujate cheha harsha marsha bhayodvegai mukto yasmay priyah. That is a whole series of verses, right? What exactly this person is. And to make it extremely practical, Krishna is not telling that, oh yeah, he just closes his eyes and he sees Vrindavan. That's not what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying this person is Adveshta. He doesn't hate anybody. Sarva Bhutanam Maitra. He is having friendship with all living entities. Right? So when you look at ant, when there is a cockroach, when there is a mosquito, there is whatever, any living entity you see, you feel like, wow, this is my friend. You're having karuna, having mercy in your heart. Somebody is undergoing something, you feel connected with it, you feel sad also. If someone else is happy, you feel happy. Nirmama Nirahankara, there is no ego, there is no doer, sense of doership, and I am the one who is doing all these things. And he is not making anybody agitated, and is also not getting agitated by others' actions. So all these things Krishna has all, and very practical things. So barometer of are we progressing is these kind of qualities are manifesting in our hearts. Yeah. And then we can see how far I am, because I get agitated by myself also, by others also, and right. So okay. What was the second part?
No, I mean like it was just an add-on. Like
yeah. So Krishna will not give.
Like we get material.
Yes.
Opulences,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I get a house or.
Yeah, Krishna is very pleased with me, right?
Yeah, house,
I got a Tesla and Krishna is so happy with me.
No, it's not like that.
Yes. Good. Yes. Anyone else? No, Sindhyamma? No questions? Arun? No questions. Pavanji? No questions. Ashutosh?
I can share one thing that you were similarly shared. So I never go to temple. I mean, I like to worship God, so I was having a temple at my home, but I never go to temple. So like once in 3 years, 4 years, I used to go. Then I found a place in Amsterdam, Shiva Temple, which gives free food. Then sometimes I think, okay, it's better, instead of eating outside, I can just come here and eat food. So I was eating like that for like 3 times a week, for 2 months. one day they said, okay, maybe you can serve something. So I said, no, I don't come here for service. I just come here to eat food. So that person said to me, don't worry, you eat food and one day I am sure that you will start serving. That was, I think, somewhere in mid of June or beginning of June. Then one day I thought, okay, maybe I should cook something. But it was, I never have any intention of service. So in my whole life, I don't want to do service. Then I said, okay, one day, I don't know how it came, but I said, okay, I want to cook food. Then I started liking it and I started cooking food. Then people started giving me blessings. So I started enjoying it and then I cooked even more. Then one day I heard about, I used to come to ISKCON also for food. So food was served at like 5:30, so I would come at like 5 o'clock so that I don't have to listen too much. So food was the main motivation. And even we had a group among our friends, like where we can get free food and at what time. So eventually we started liking at ISKCON so much. There was one time, second time I went to ISKCON in 2024. They were saying to have programs at home. So I said, okay, let me do this Kartik, because I always heard Kartik is very good. So I said, okay, let me have program at Kartik. Then next day or maybe next week, I heard Rati Manjri's Mataji Kirtan. It was so amazing. I felt like so amazing that how can one sing so beautifully and so amazing that anybody can get lost. I was not lost in that Hare Krishna mantra. I heard before that people used to get lost in Hare Krishna mantra, and at that time I thought it's fake. So then first program came into my place when you came to my apartment also. I liked it so much and I never wanted to come to the next day because one day a week is sufficient for me. But then you said to me, no, you have to come to next day. So I went there just because you said to me. So I said, okay, I will go there. Again, my timeline was, okay, I will go there like half an hour before. And in one of your program, when I was like too busy and you had like the last Kartik program and Ajit was singing there, that was the time when I lost myself. So he was singing, I lost myself, and then I came back to the world again and I said, oh, now I'm here. So that was the time when I lost, and I told Balmukund about this. He also told me that he also have heard about this, that people are making it fake, but when I told him, he believed that it's real. And since then we started coming to ISKCON regularly, and we started cooking and doing service. Then I started enjoying it, not because that I like to get people's appreciation. I believe in this, that whatever I am doing, it's just because of Krishna's or Radha Rani's will. And eventually I never ever thought about Meera in my life. Suddenly I have this feeling in my mind that we should be like Meera or Radha. Like the way they were serving Krishna, it was like amazing. And then I know that how it is, how do I feel? Sometimes like there is so much of satisfaction. Even when I want to ask something, I cannot ask now. Like initially I used to ask, भगवान ये काम कर दो, $100 दे देंगे, $50 दे देंगे, मैं खाना कर दूंगा, ये कर दूंगा. अब वो इच्छा ही नहीं करती. अब वो इच्छा वो है कि चरण कमलों की नित्य दर्शन हो जाए.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
ऑनेस्ट था, वैसा खाने वाला वीडियो उसमें ना डाल देना.
No, we will just check next week what time you are coming. So you're captured already.
I went to Ashutosh's house for, I think it was the first day for me, Kartik program. It was the first Kartik program. It was a Saturday, I believe, and then I went there. Yogamaya had told me that there will be a few people there. I go there, and Yogamaya couldn't come. I think Paula was there, Jonathan was there, and none of his friends came. Nobody was there. And I started talking with him, and he's like, I have prepared prasad today. I have taken bath and very nicely clean way. We have prepared onion and garlic and everything. And then Then we waited for some time, still nobody showed up. And then I'm like, okay, I need to go in some time. I had like 2 other programs lined up that evening. So I decided, okay, I'm going to now speak for some time. I'll speak such heavy philosophy that either this guy will just stop that day, right? Or if he comes back, he will be really wanting to become a devotee. So I gave such heavy philosophy, which I usually don't speak. I'm usually a bit more mellowed down when I give classes, but that day to Ashutosh, because 2 other guys were like Paula and Jonathan, I'm like, okay, fine, I ignore that they exist. Here is a guy, Ashutosh, I don't know if I'll see him again in my life. Today is the opportunity, give everything whatever is possible. So full blast of philosophy, and then I told him, yeah, come tomorrow. And Paula was telling, she called me afterwards and, oh my God, Prabhu, what was this? He was so scared, and maybe he will never show up. And then I told her that, yeah, maybe he will never show up, but if he does show up, it means that he wants to become a devotee. So we have a full conversion rate that day, 100%, right? 1 person becomes a devotee.
Thank you.
And next day, Ashutosh does come to temple. And I was so happy. Thank you so much for continuing to be a servant of Krishna. And yeah.
And I like the program so much that next time when I had this Kartik program, I wanted to have Gati Manjari's Mataji's voice. So
Second
came,
time.
Paula also came.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there is 1 or 2 more person, but that time I arranged so much that at least 10-15 people were there. So my sister also came from Germany with her family and so on. So that time the people were there.
Amazing. Good. So there is a homework, which is
Reciting the verse.
not reciting, learning. Yeah. And then read 12th chapter, beginning verse 13 to 20. Read it, and you get to know what exactly Krishna is wanting you to become before tomorrow. Okay. There is enough time. We go down now. There is lunch prasadam afterwards. Either there is Holi. I think there will be Holi. It's a good weather.
Yeah, they're arranging.
Yeah.
Outside.
So there is Holi. Holi? Yeah. With the deities. And yeah, you can rest, and then Maharaj's class is there, and then we come back to rest in the evening. And tomorrow morning we come again temple. 10:30. Everybody arrange. Tell to others also if someone has joined.
10:15 I will contact you everyone now. So 10:15 we have to be in tent. And if you want to use bathroom, there is also one bathroom in his area. So there you don't have to queue, and it's also near to the hiking. So 10:15 I take a promise from everybody that you would be there in the tent. And if nobody would be there at 10:15, then you have to write or recite 5 extra malas of Hare Krishna mantra. And I will. So I taught at university for 6.5 years, so I know how to run behind students.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Vacha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyo cha pacitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Ki jai. Sri Nilambara Prabhu ki jai. Thank you. We'll have